Hi, everyone. I'm Allie Violet Vixen Commissaro.
I'm Jessie. Welcome back, guys. Another week, and we're here again.
And it's my birthday episode.
Very special.
I'm so excited. And in true fashion, we have some surprises tonight. So let's jump right in. So tonight, welcome to an exclusive peek into the captivating world of strange culture. Join us as we unravel the mysteries behind their unique, unconventional sound. Get ready for a conversation where the extraordinary meets the unexpected. Please welcome our friends from Strange Culture.
Hey, hi, what's going on, guys? Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Thank you. So, do you want to go through and introduce yourselves real quick?
I'm Noah. I play the drums.
Garrett. I play guitar.
I'm Nick. I'm vocals and keyboard.
Now, our viewers might notice that Strange Culture has been on the show before. We're noticing that you're a member down.
Yeah.
What's going on?
We had a lineup change, which is weird as a 4-piece because there's only 4 of us. So, but we're excited to have a new guy, and he's actually here.
He's here for us. He's here for you as one of the surprises. Please help us welcome Nate Mayer, the Marlin.
The Marlin.
The new bass player.
So we got to know, Nate, what's behind Nate the Marlin?
I thought you meant actually. I looked over my shoulder.
Bass player from Harleysville. I don't know.
He's very good.
He's very, very, oh my gosh. He surprised us immediately.
We're very excited to have him.
So, Nate, how did you discover Strange Culture? Like, how did you get connected?
I think the first time I met these guys, I was actually playing a show with my former band, Hypnotizer. And then after that, we sort of played a couple more shows together. I think the last one was Christmas in July, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And eventually, I sort of just stopped talking to my old band, and then Noah called me up one day and he said, "Hey man, are you still looking for a band?" And I just said yes, and the rest is history. Now I'm here.
It was way more than that, dude. It was, can you learn 45 songs in 2 weeks? And he said, yeah.
Oh, it was a struggle.
It was stressful.
Oh yeah.
45 songs he learned.
But to our surprise, he was able to get it down, and he performed great for that show.
And that's a hard task because you guys are all over the place. Like, you have to know how to play, like, for the heavier, like, you have to be able to play for that straight rock and roll. I mean, like, that's a lot of area to cover.
Yeah, and
really
his background is like funk and jazz and psychedelic. Like, he's a real bass player, so like, I guess a lot of bass players that want to get as good as possible go for that funk jazz kind of thing.
Slap bass.
Yeah, big time.
It was actually really interesting. I've always been into metal, but I've never played it. It was primarily stuff like I think the heaviest I got was like Primus, but even that's not necessarily metal per se.
Love metal.
That's
from like slapping to like playing with a pick, because I know some people who transition from like a funk bass, and it's a lot of like finger and like slapping, versus metal is a lot of like pick bass. So was that an interesting transition?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I still don't necessarily use a pick. I never really liked using a pick. I'd rather some of the fast stuff you really need a pick for, but I mean, it's for me, it's sort of the difference from going from playing with 2 fingers to playing with like all 4. Sort of.
I see.
You can kind of pull it off. But I mean,
You
definitely
pull
want
it
to get.
You
I
pull
wanna
it
get
off
more
great,
into
Nick.
pick, that's for sure.
No, he doesn't need a pick. He'll be good.
I'm always super impressed to see people playing metal without a pick. I on a bass, because those are some thick strings and you need some real dexterity. So that's awesome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Now, as a huge fan, like, you guys are so super tight, and I know that you guys are like legit with your practice schedule. How has the transition with Nate like worked with the dynamic of the band?
Well, that was one thing we really thought about, because, like we said in our last podcast together, where we practiced 3 nights a week, it really is a little bit more on the difficult side to find someone who could be that dedicated and that really into what we do. But like we said before, we've played with Nate before, and the fact that he does it just because he likes playing bass, and he actually likes to play music, and the fact that he's still willing to work with our schedule just because, out of enjoyment of it, it fit really well to me.
Yeah, it seems like it was a really big ask for us to be like, yo, dude, do you want to be in our band? You need to learn 45 songs in 2 weeks. Because our last bass player, he left, and that's totally cool with us. But we need to find someone like ASAP. And him doing that showed commitment. So we were pretty quick to say, like, you want to be actually included? Because when we asked him, we were asking him as a fill-in.
Yeah.
But with that kind of commitment and stuff, we kind of had to hire him.
So, what can fans expect from the new dynamic?
Definitely more
Grooves.
Definitely more grooves.
Yeah. More stuff to dance to. Some disco.
Now, you have a show coming up at Phantom Power, and that's February 18th. Yes.
Yep.
Is that going to be Nate's first show? I'm assuming.
It's going to be Nate's first original show.
Yeah, second official show.
Second official, but
Well, the first show he did with us was that last week?
yeah, it was a private party.
It was a
I was
party.
about to say, I didn't see that on the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why wasn't I invited?
Yeah, a lot of people got upset. Like they wanted to come out and see us, and we were like, sorry, it's not our goal.
So, did you have fun, Nate, performing with them for the first time, like officially, even though it was a private party?
I mean, I had loads of fun playing with them. It was a little stressful for me, being the whole 45 songs in 2 weeks thing. But it was definitely a really good time getting on stage with these 3 guys. I mean, after practicing 3 times a week for 2 weeks, felt pretty tight. I feel like I can play off them very well.
Definitely.
I think you've given me the same feedback. So yeah, it's a good time.
Nate knows a lot. He knows chords as a bass player. So right there, I'm like, okay, we got someone that knows what they're doing. And all
That's
those
exciting.
And he has good.
February 18th is coming up.
Yeah.
So anybody that wants to see them go, do they contact you for tickets or just show up and pay at the door?
Yeah, they can direct message us for like a physical ticket, or they can buy it at the door. If they get it ahead of time, it's $15. If they get it at the door, it's $20.
Okay, and do you guys have any idea when you're going on?
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock.
As of right now.
As of right now. That could always change, but it'll be somewhere around then.
So I want to ask, how was it to play the last show that I saw you guys at with Tantric and Sponge?
Playing with Tantric and Sponge was honestly, it was really, really cool to see, like, just first off to be in like a new place, because usually we're down like Philly area or like down south, like Sweeney's and all that area. So to be up north for a change, I automatically thought it was good for us to be like in a different area rather
You
than
guys
just
brought the crowd.
Yeah, we did very well on tickets. You know.
I saw a lot of Strange Culture t-shirts.
Yeah.
Speaking of, actually, at the Phantom Power, we're going to have new shirts for sale.
And
Brand new
I
design.
saw that.
Way cooler.
New shirts,
Way
new design.
They actually feel like
fine.
shirts. They don't feel like tarps this time.
Yeah, doesn't feel like a sticker just straight up slapped on the chest.
Is it the new?
But you know what I'm gonna do, and I thought about it, like that would make a really awesome patch to put on the back of a jacket. The Strange Culture, like the hard one.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Oh, definitely.
That'd be sick.
So I've been waiting for you to come out with a new one so that I can put that on the jacket.
Yeah.
But
yeah, we really like our new design.
so I am so excited. You released Looking Glass.
We did.
We did.
Just tell us all about it.
Well, when we recorded Looking Glass, we went to we have to give a special shout out to the man who mixed it and his studio, Randy Pasquarella, drummer from If I Were You. That man is a legend with mixing. That man he's really, really good at what he does, and he made Looking Glass sound incredible in the mix, as well as Remain Gone and Signs of Life. He's really, really good with what he does. I just want to give If I Were You a shout out. Love what you do, Randy.
Yeah.
So what inspired the heavier sound?
Noah usually complains to me that we don't play heavy stuff enough. Like we don't write heavy enough music because he's like a deathcore guy.
Okay.
So
Did you guys always know that he could do that? Or did he just come out of that, out of nowhere with that?
I think he came out of the womb like that. He just started doing vocals like that.
Honestly, I didn't even know I could do it.
Nah, he's been practicing a lot, and he when did you get into learning screaming stuff?
Probably just after high school. I was listening to a lot of Static X.
Okay.
That's right. Static X.
Wayne Static's like
That's
the
right.
biggest inspiration for the screaming part of it for me.
Definitely hear it.
Yeah.
First time I heard you guys do that when it was live, like I was just like, oh wait, what? What? I was standing with Letty and we're both like, did that just happen?
Yeah, we want to implement it more.
That's amazing.
It's good to have like the contrast of like Noah's like brutal vocals and then Nick's like very big, clean vocals
Melodic,
and very melodic and very like dramatic and like what's the word? Like he gets very in touch with the crowd.
And with having that mixed sound, it makes you guys actually like be able to fit in with more bands that are playing.
It's definitely more modern sounding, if anything. You know, our old stuff sounds very very kind of old school metal.
Yeah.
But like we wanted to be more modern and kind of more in your face. Then we needed a recording engineer that can do modern stuff, and he's worked with a lot of big bands. So
You're like one of those bands that certain songs I like totally see on FM radio. And then there's other songs that I totally see on like Octane or like the Sirius. You're one of those bands that makes me understand the difference between the two.
yeah, our biggest influence is System of a Down.
Okay.
So it kind of goes from that like really crazy screaming chaotic sections and then goes into something that's like really cool harmonies because we all love harmonies is our thing.
And me and Noah, we've been either doing like vocal stuff and harmonies like since the beginning of the band. Hell, like one of the first covers that me and him did was Aerials by System of a Down. And I remember when we got that harmony on point, me and him, we just gave each other like the biggest smile on our faces.
Yeah.
But no, as far as and actually this was a certain thing that I thought as well as when we were first writing Looking Glass, I really wanted to showcase his screams and his metal vocals for a song because because you hear in Remain Gone, like the only vocal take that he's got is that little like pushing down on me. But I feel like with enough creativity and enough focus, and we were really able to make. Sorry, I'm rambling.
That's fine. We like ramblers.
we really made Looking Glass a really nice song in our own mindset and our own ears. And also, I hear from almost everybody that it's very impressive to know that someone can scream and play drums the way that he plays drums.
Definitely,
It's impressive. Definitely.
Like we were playing a show with Earshot at Main Gate in Allentown, and we got the chance to talk to Will Martin from Earshot, great guy, and that was like one of the first things that he said to you that impresses that you can scream and play.
Is that
drums
the
like
singer?
that.
Or
That's the singer. Yep.
yeah.
And I don't blame him. That's very impressive.
Well, no, his dad.
I was
did
blown away. Like, I mean, literally, and I'm pretty sure that I saw like Paul and his wife and like the regulars, like they all did the same thing. Like, whoa, like wow, that just came out of nowhere. Like, I'm awake now. Like, I'm in.
Yeah.
But that's so exciting that it released. Now you can find that on Spotify, Apple. That's another thing I like about you guys. Your music is literally everywhere. Like if I need it for a story or if I need it for a TikTok or I need it for anything, I can find it.
Yeah, we make it accessible. We try to.
But where else are you guys? Are you guys like focusing on the Spotify or?
Me and Noah just talked about this past weekend. We only really advertise for Spotify, and he's like, dude, we got to start pushing YouTube more because we have so many more listeners on Spotify than YouTube.
Yeah.
So we're gonna start doing that, and we're gonna have some lyric videos made up. And we're gonna have that for was it Looking Glass and Remain Gone?
Yeah.
I think that's a great idea. I definitely think it's like putting the algorithm with it be YouTube or Spotify. I find so many bands just because it'll be like you listen to this. Now I'm going to the algorithm will spit one band out. And I know we've all found bands like that. So I think
Yeah, definitely.
into the algorithm.
Yeah, I like the lyric videos. Like I'm really digging them. Like I like the good old fashioned like full-fledged music videos, but also with the growling, as I'll call it, because it's not really just screaming. You're not just screaming, Noah. You're growling. You're doing like a scream growl. With that, I like to be able to see the lyrics as you're doing it.
That's the weird thing about screaming is like you can never understand what they're saying, and then when you see the lyric video, it sounds just like the words.
And then
Yep.
you can't get
It's kind of weird.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and I definitely want to re-release your lyric video once you guys get it up and kind of started.
Cool.
Definitely want to re-release it because I want as many people as I possibly can to come over and listen to you guys and just fall in love with you guys like I did. So as far as other shows coming up, you've got some other like pretty big shows coming up. Can we talk about Love Drafts?
Yeah,
We can.
Of course we can talk about Love Drafts.
So exciting!
Yeah, we're excited to get out that way. We haven't really been out that way. And seems like there's a lot of great stuff happening and a lot of really good bands. So,
And you guys are playing the Ozfest tribute. But the cool thing is they only picked 4 original bands to play, and you guys are one of them. That's awesome.
it's exciting. We're gonna
It's
try
really cool.
to to bring a lot for it, you know.
I heard the new stage is amazing. They extended the stage like 10 feet, and everyone that's played on it so far has just been kind of like going on about how awesome it is.
Yeah, it's nice to have some room. As much as we enjoy playing like small bar gigs and having everyone right in your face, it's nice to be able to move around.
I mean, we know that for a fact. We remember me from the Sponge and Tantric show. I was moving around like a freaking maniac.
Yeah, you were
You're
moonwalking.
I did some sort of weird moonwalk thing. That's right. I don't even know what it was.
It takes over.
And that would be the Love Drafts in Mechanicsburg. If anybody wants to know, just had I can put it up again. And as far as tickets for this, do they go through you guys or do they go through? I mean, is there another link?
Yeah, we do have the physical tickets.
Okay.
And it would either be we meet up with them or they Venmo us and we'll put them on like a door list.
Okay.
That's pretty
That's
much it.
great.
There is a link. There is a link, but we want to try and sell the physicals first.
Okay. Sounds good.
And as much physicals as we can. The last 2 shows that we did where we sold physical tickets, we always had to ask for more.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
but those were like in like we said before, like in Allentown, Broadheadsville. This is like closer to Harrisburg and like past Reading. We really want to see
it like it's a bad thing. Like every promoter and every like person that books is like, yay, more tickets.
No,
Like I've heard from a couple of people that you guys have like played for that are like, yeah, they came and they wanted more. Like that was nice. That's a good thing. That's a really good thing. And it was so bad. I mean, like I was surprised. I was trying to keep it on you guys during the last show, like up at Signature, but I was also trying to show the whole crowd and how like absolutely mobbed it was in that place.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a great crowd.
Yeah, that's a pretty big venue too.
Yeah.
we didn't know what to expect of the
Yeah.
venue.
We never played there or anything, you know. And we didn't even get to sound check. So
Well,
we were
I was
kinda-
just about to say, we need to shout out your sound guy, your sound tech, because what's his name?
Dylan?
Dylan.
Bob
Dylan
Dylan.
is the man.
We call him Bob Dylan.
We call him Bob Dylan.
Like the second anything like is up with any of your sound, he is like flying like through the crowd
Yeah.
to get over and just fixes it.
Yeah, he knows what we want. So he's always
I remember seeing
We ask
that.
a lot
That
out
was
of
so
him.
funny.
like we ask so much out of him and he always delivers. And he's got a band too. Check him out. Hatter. They just released a song. Yeah, he's great. He's great and he's like our best friend, so it's perfect.
He's definitely one of the biggest helps that we have when it comes to shows and support.
Yeah.
He's a super talented guy. I remember I asked him how to like he had music playing for every time we took a break at the last show, and I asked him how to like turn it up and down, and he launched into like a 5-minute explanation on how to do it.
Yeah.
And by the end of it, I was like, "This is way over my head."
Every time I have some kind of electronic issue, Dylan's my first call. He's like always the guy. He just like knows.
Well, at the shows, man, he just swooshed in. Like, I mean, even through that crowd, I mean, that was a huge crowd. And
When he
like,
popped up and it started like
And he
attacking the mic.
unplugged the
3 mics.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
I was a little
There were
nervous
3
with the
mics.
band before you because they were having some sound things. And I wasn't sure if Dylan was there or not because it was so crowded. And as soon as I saw him like swoosh through, I'm like, okay. No
Yeah.
worries.
Bob Dylan to the rescue.
Yeah. I didn't notice he was there until I saw his hand reach up on stage. Start unplugging mics that were feeding back. I was just like, oh, Dylan's here. Sweet. Saving the day.
He wasn't gonna let anything go wrong with your sound.
No, and what's awesome is he loves Nate. Like we've played shows with Nate's old band, and he was always like, "Yo, dude, like I want to get him for my band.
I must have that bass player."
I was actually gonna play with him. It just I don't know. I guess we never got in touch.
We got him first, Dylan.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Our Marlon.
So I gotta ask, what is the most bizarre rumor that you've heard about the band?
I'm curious.
That Noah's hair is actually Lego hair that just clicks on.
I heard about that one, yeah.
Yeah.
One of them, it's not really that bizarre, but just everyone thinks that Noah's the oldest out of all of us when he's one of the youngest ones.
Yeah.
He's 32. Don't let him fool you.
I'm not.
Shut up, Nate.
It's okay. It's because Noah. It's because you act mature. There you go.
You don't spend enough time with him.
You know.
No, Noah's the craziest one in the band.
Well, I have to say, the most bizarre rumor that I have heard about you guys was the fun one when we were all up at PC Pub and Rain somehow started. I'm pretty sure it was Rain. I think she by accident kind of started it, but everyone in PC Pub thought that RL Silverstein was Nick's uncle.
Oh, Shel Silverstein.
Oh, Shel.
Mr. Baldy.
I feel awful for that.
Can you please explain why his picture is up at all the shows?
That's for these two solely.
That goes way back.
Go ahead, boys.
So
go ahead. Wait, let me get ready. Here we go. All right, go ahead.
When in third grade, when Garrett and Brendan Hilligus, our first singer, they came up to me and asked if I would join if I'd want to jam, I guess, because they knew I played the drum. So then we were jamming and stuff, and that's when the band started. And then me, Garrett, and Brendan had to pick a book in class, and we pulled that one out, and it had him on the back. Huh?
Where the Sidewalk Ends?
Mm-hmm.
No, it was A Light in the Attic, right? Or is it the same book?
I think you're right.
Yeah, and
no, it is.
Hey, don't even remember.
His picture was on the back, and so I would rent the book, and we were obsessed with the dude's head and face for some reason.
Carry it around in front of our face because his face is the back of the book, so we would just carry it around and put it over our face and do stupid bullshit.
That sounds like some sort of stupid thing you would do.
I think it's funny because we all grew up with him. I feel like everybody's seen that face so many times. And I even bought into it. I had to come up and ask you guys because everyone at BC Pub's like, that's Nick's uncle. That's Nick's uncle. And I'm like,
no, it's not.
He's never really gave a shout out. You've talked about your cross. Was that your uncle's or your grandfather's? I know that you do talk about
the Iron Cross that I had.
But I mean,
that was something that I actually feel really bad for. But that Iron Cross, it was at one point my uncle's when he was alive. But the guy in the frame, that's Shel Silverstein. That's not my uncle. That's just a joke. And now I feel even worse.
But we always had that picture by our merch table and by the tip jar, and everyone that would come over to the tip jar that didn't know us would put money in the tip jar, and they'd see
the picture.
Did they think he was homeless?
They thought we were donating money.
Yeah. They thought we were
oh my god!
Oh no!
Oh, we're horrible, dude.
And then some drunk guy broke the tip jar. He knocked it off the table.
Oh yeah!
And he felt horrible for it because he thought it was a donation thing. And we're no.
We all told the truth.
Yeah.
We all told no. This
I
is
think
just a
it's
good
so
joke.
funny that we've all seen you so many times. that was literally like probably like the 20th, maybe 30th show in that this all even came like about like who it was. But we all watched you how many like weeks down at Sweeney's and at these different places, and you put him out for every single show. Never came up until that day. Oh my! I laughed so hard.
Yeah, no, Baldy. That picture is a strange culture sacred relic.
Yeah,
We don't.
And it's here to stay.
me and Noah, we passed that book around like all through.
Have you ever like told him that he like inspires you and that you like put out his picture at your shows? I feel like he should know that.
I wish he
think
did,
he's-
but he's
I wish
dead.
yeah, he passed away.
Yeah.
Oh, I know that.
I was literally about to look that up. I was like, I'm pretty sure the man's like deceased.
Yeah, he had a crazy life though.
He did have a crazy life.
Oh man, he died a long time ago too, 1999.
Yeah,
Oh wow.
that's when I was born.
Yeah, you say a long time ago. That's when.
So you're the next Baldy, dude.
I'm the next Baldy. Started out, got all this off.
This guy's ancient.
Yeah. Everyone thinks I'm the youngest in the band, but I'm the oldest.
Are you?
Yeah,
It
unfortunately.
goes him, me, Noah, and now Nate.
I feel
Nathan
like that's a good thing. I feel like when you all kind of look young, everybody kind of tries to figure out who is the youngest.
Yeah.
Because I know Milo Sky had the same thing going with like everybody kind of like who's the youngest, like how old are they? I feel like that's a good thing.
Oh, so they're 18. Like 16,
They
17,
do look
18.
young.
They
look super young.
They look
They're
like
not.
yeah.
How old are they?
I think they're like 24, like same age.
No way.
I actually found out that
They don't like to talk about it. Stop it, Nick.
Yeah,
Ryan's older than me. What?
I think they're opening that show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they'll be at the Phantom Power.
They're gonna be at Phantom Power with us.
Oh, there you go. So you get a 2-for-1 if you go to the Phantom Power show.
Cool.
Shout out to Milo's guy. we played.
Who else? 6th Century us
6th Century is the one that was
headlining,
headlining.
and then we go for them.
There was a lineup change. Or not a lineup
Time
change.
is Infinity dropped out.
That's it.
That's right. Yeah, the singer got injured, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Singer for Time is Infinity had a head injury, and so they couldn't make the show because of that. And we hope that all is well. We hope that he has a safe recovery, depending on how fatal the injury is.
Fatal.
You never know, man. It's a head injury. That could go.
Okay, he's alive.
That could go many different ways.
He's injured,
bro.
but he's alive.
We all have head injuries here. You know, it's like
No, but that's actually the
Spark
reason.
a little more.
That's actually the reason that I brought up. We're going on at 5 at Phantom Power as of right now. That might skew the times. We're not really sure yet, but that's sort of why I just brought that up.
yeah.
That makes sense. I didn't actually think.
But like
about that.
we're personal enough with our fans. Like they could just text us.
Yeah.
They all have our phone numbers.
We actually did just get a call from Alfredo from the PC Pub, and we'll be back there on April 13th.
Yes. That is like my happy place. Like, let me just tell you, when you guys play there, I get to watch you guys. I get to see a bunch of people that I want to see, and I get to have their lobster raviolis. It's just
Oh, their
bliss.
food's delicious.
Yeah.
It's just absolute bliss.
Yeah.
I
Right
mean,
now,
their cheesesteaks are good too for anybody that doesn't like the lobster or whatever, but their lobster raviolis like are just
Item. That's the hot
I
ticket.
think about them. I think about them sometimes.
I'm tempted to drive to PC Pub and get their food right now.
I love the
My
pizza.
entire
I love
It's
their
probably
pizza.
my favorite pizza,
Well,
but it makes
we-
your beard stink.
I had to talk.
Literally, my whole group, if I say anything's at PC Pub, they basically go.
Yeah, I believe it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, their food is just really good.
Yeah, Noah wanted to play for pizza, but I was like, we really need the money. But he
I
wanted to just take home like 10
Yeah,
pizzas.
I still to this day don't know if you were joking or not.
I think Alfredo would have went for it.
Honestly.
Oh my god! I think it'd be more than 10 pizzas.
We need to pay for studio
Like
time.
11 pizzas.
We give Randy a pizza.
You know what? That's one of those places that was worth it.
What was that?
That pizza's worth it.
Oh yeah, it's
It
great.
is worth it.
It's great.
Like, Jesse, you're a pizza lover. Like, I
I'm a
mean,
huge pizza lover.
PC Pub, it's like one of those spots that just everything is good.
I'm good.
I mean, I try to get like something different. Now I'm just thinking about the lobster, but I mean, like, I try to switch it up, and I've never had anything bad from there.
No,
So.
I mean,
Now that I totally sidetracked that with food, when did you say that was? April
13th.
Okay, April 13th. So you got a lot coming up in April.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but even with like 3 things like booked as far as like future shows, it's like nothing compared to how much we do, either when it comes to writing or when it comes to like doing stuff for the band. It really is.
Yeah,
like,
we're just now getting like a nice break. Like we were playing shows every weekend for a while, and with us doing like half cover shows, half original shows, there's not much time to write. So it's very like put together as we go and like bounce ideas off each other. But then when Mason left the band, we really needed to find a bass player because we had a show in 2 weeks, and we got lucky with Nate. But now we have some time to breathe. We went to the studio. We came from the studio in New York and played a show the next day with Nate.
not to mention even practice the second that we got back to PA.
What happened when you went in the studio? Because, I mean, are they the Remain Gone? Is that what we're hearing now, that studio trip, or is that the previous?
Yes.
Well,
Yep.
No.
No, we did 3 new songs.
We did 3
Oh, you meant like, yeah, we
No
recorded
booze.
3
Because
new
this last
songs.
time you looked like you were having like a lot of fun on the road and leading up to. So I'm just wondering if there's any fun stories from this last recording session.
Oh, what about Duncan? The lady going to Duncan.
Oh,
Oh my God, it's so stupid.
That's her. I know it.
It's
No, it
so
was not.
dumb.
She follows the page now.
I asked her when she came up in the house.
All right.
The elevator.
Girls, you're both pretty. All right. So this is what's going on. They keep arguing. They still have the same argument that the lady who checked us into the hotel, apparently they saw the same woman in Duncan, and they've been arguing about it since that happened and since they got back.
She ate breakfast with us too.
No, she did not.
That was Alex.
It was a different lady.
It's the same.
It's not this important.
Noah thinks that if a girl goes from having her hair down or having it in a ponytail, he thinks it's a complete different person.
It is.
It is. I know that was the lady.
It was not her.
Yeah, it
No.
was.
Wait, what about the liquor
This-
store? So then we got
that
locked
this
out
one?
of the hotel, and
Liquor?
she had to come up and
No,
help
mean,
us.
they
And I
wanted to
asked
do
her
it.
if she was at
Oh.
Duncan, and she said no.
Was that this trip?
These are the weird stories you hear from us. But no, just like we told Nate when we got back, we were asked to sing in the middle of a liquor store.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
So
think the screen's glitched.
Did you do it?
Oh.
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes it gets like that, depending on the Wi-Fi.
As long as you can see us and hear us, it's all right.
our studio experiences are pretty lame, to be honest. Like we go right to the studio and then work there for like 8 hours a day, then go right to the hotel. And like the only time we go out is when we grab beer. And one of the songs when we went there wasn't completely done. Like we were all kind of back and forth on ideas. So we recorded that the first night.
It's the best song we got.
Oh my!
Noah thinks it's the best song we've ever written.
It's a really good song.
It's really good.
If Allie likes Looking Glass, she's gonna love Volcano Butter.
I'd say the same thing about Suffering.
Yeah, I think it's up Allie's alley. That was
Yeah, I don't know. You guys have really put out some good ones lately. Like I've been, I don't know. Like sometimes I'm in Signs of Life kind of mood. That's why, like today, I kind of had to put up like 2 different stories because I was like, I can't really decide which one I want to represent me right now.
We like to be diverse. That's all it really boils down
Well,
to.
they're just like 2 totally different. Like you've got like the metalcore, like the harder stuff, which that's one group of people, and then you've got that like straight rock and roll. Just it's the best of both worlds. So I had to post both.
Yeah, but we were unsure about that song that Noah says is the best. And we tracked all the instrumentals, and we told him, listen, like we want to track the instrumentals on this because we go up for like 3 days. And we're like, in that time that we're not here and we're in the hotel room, that's where we're going to write melodies and harmonies and stuff like that, like different layers.
Actually, that leads into another funny story. So we were in the middle of writing. I was so tired. And I remember Noah got a picture of me just wrapped up in my blanket and he posted it on Instagram. And
That was
like
me.
the entire time, like I'm just like, dude, I just want to go to bed. And these 2 are just like, no, you're staying up and you're writing a song. And I just
We were up till like anywhere from 2 to 3 a.m. for like a week straight because we were just trying to get these together, and we all work like full-time jobs. And Nate's in school to be an electrical engineer.
Mechanical engineer. Yeah, whatever.
Never mind.
And engineering, potato. I don't know. You're in college.
He's a smart one.
It's all Greek. It's some language I don't speak.
Yeah, you'll get it.
Okay.
So with Nate, with you still being in college and everything, will that affect you guys playing? Like, if you guys get into a festival or something?
Well, I'm always going to have it's college, so I can sort of, attendance isn't required. It's just more so me getting behind in subjects. Next year I'm going to
staring at
Drexel.
Do you feel that you could do it if you guys get booked for a huge festival?
We would have to,
I can.
we would have to work it out.
happen.
It would have to be
You
planned.
just have to stop the college thing, dude.
Just drop out.
Just stop.
Now that's my one thing.
I'm calling it now. Like, you guys are going to, you guys are going to be right there with all the other big names at these festivals. Like, just putting it out now. I see it.
Oh, thank you.
I've been to enough of your shows.
We're so done with working construction and stuff like that.
We're so done with working because how many times have me and Garrett literally said to each other that we cannot work normal jobs?
Yeah,
we're just not meant for normal jobs.
It's tough because you're up late all weekend for sure, and then you have to wake up at 5:30 in the morning, Monday through Friday, and it's tough.
You wake up at 5:30? I wake up at 3:30.
You wake up at 3. You wake up at 3:30 for no reason, though.
Well, I love that you guys are up really early in the morning because I have a really weird sleep schedule also, and I'll wake up in the morning and message like people back in the UK or like in different times that like you guys are usually awake. Like one of you is covering all social media.
Yeah.
It's never going to be me. It's
No,
never going to be
not
me.
gonna be me.
No,
My body naturally
I wish, dude.
My dog has to be aggressively stepping on me to get me up.
Yeah, I got.
I'm a sleep monster.
You also have a big dubby.
I do have a big dog.
I have a cat trying to wake me. Still doesn't wake me up.
So I have to ask.
Those animals, they are really good at getting my ass up. I'm being like smacked.
Yeah.
So I have to ask, in your guys' opinion, what do you feel sets apart Strange Culture from all the other bands in similar genres?
Shel Silverstein.
That's an easy.
Yeah.
That's my 2 cents. You guys go.
Your turn.
So good.
You want to go with your deep answer on this, or do you want to go with mine?
I think we're just like we're different personally from a lot of bands. Like we've played with a lot of bands that like were not cool to us or any of their fans, and kind of just like we're very personable people, I think. And I think what's different about us is we have a little bit of everyone else's music in our music. Like we like all kinds of stuff. Like my favorite band is like the Red Hot Chili Peppers, which makes no sense with the music we write, but like it's in there somewhere.
I mean, now you got a funk basis, so you got your own Flea.
Yeah,
We're gonna add some Flea and Les Claypool.
That's the one right there. Les Claypool.
I just saw them in Hershey.
That's awesome.
Chili Peppers. I saw good concerts this year. I'm happy about
Yeah,
that.
they're getting old though.
What's the best
They
one
are.
you saw?
Huh?
What's the best show you went to in the last year? Well, I guess last year.
Probably Tool.
Oh man, I think they put on a
I
good
still
show.
hate you for that.
Yeah.
I remember.
I had box seats for Tool
Yeah, and I still hate you.
for free.
I don't remember if this was before the last podcast or after, but I went to 2 really good shows last year, and that was one. I took my sister, or technically my sister took me to her first metal show of all time. I remember this. She asked for earplugs, and then she asked me when we get there. It was in Reading, and she's like, "Is this first band like? Is it really that heavy?" I'm like, "Nah, you'll be fine." We walk in, and it's Lorna Shore.
Oh man.
It was Lorna Shore opening up for Gojira and Mastodon. She liked the whole show, so it's fine anyway. But
What?
she's actually
Weird lineup. That is a weird lineup.
What was that?
she
over?
actually it was at the Santander Arena.
Okay.
Yeah. And
That's a good venue.
it was a good venue. And the second show I went to, it was opening up. I never 09 through 6. I've heard of the first band, but that was like my first time seeing them live. I was
0936 is the band name?
Yeah.
I heard of them.
But they were opening up for Asking Alexandria
Nice.
Okay.
and the Who. And it's not WHO. It's this Mongolian folk metal band called the Who, like HU.
Yeah.
And they're actually
How was that?
Yeah.
they're actually pretty cool. It's actually pretty sweet live. And that goes into the whole Iron Cross thing. So I got so much heat for this. I was wearing my Iron Cross while I was at the show, and it was a general admission show. And I asked my friend Josh, who was with me, I'm like, dude, please hold this, put it in your pocket or something. I got to go into this pit. And I go moshing into the pit, right? I'm fine. I'm having a good time. We get knocked over. It's all fine. I decide to be an idiot. And I saw the guy who's just standing like this. And I saw what he was doing, like what people were doing, because they were going up to him and just going, and he starts the crowd surfing thing towards the stage. I'm like, oh, hell yeah. I run up to the guy. I'm like, heck yeah, let's do it. And he brings me up. I'm doing my crowd surfing thing. I guess the security guys got me, but a bunch of people below me were too drunk to remember that I was floating. That was up in the air. And whack, my shin right on the metal bar. I had to miss work. I had bone bruise and everything. And to top it all off, go back to Josh. I said, dude, I'm done moshing. Can you give me my Iron Cross back? And he loses it.
Oh,
Oh, man.
Yep. So those were some of my show memories. What about you, Nate?
Show memories.
There you go. It's my weird story.
Do you go to concerts, Nate?
No, I don't. Which is like my number
That's
one.
a weird show story.
There you go.
I want to go to shows so bad. It's just the time thing, between schoolwork and playing music. There's just not a whole lot of time to do much of anything I enjoy.
I like going to shows.
And then that could get you out. Like you would be like, I gotta go to that. Like who would have to be playing?
Probably System of a Down.
Yeah.
No, that's a rare show.
Yeah,
That's a rare show, dude.
That's only in California anymore.
I remember Noah was telling us about, wasn't it the final tour dates for Sepultura? Was that it?
Yeah.
Oh, that was in Reading a couple years ago, right? Sepultura and I can't remember. I remember seeing like people post that they're at a Sepultura show, and me being like, I'm very jealous right now.
Yeah, I'd love to see Sepultura.
I also like going to live shows too. I like going to I like going to live shows and just seeing how other bands kind of like how their stage presence is. Because a lot of people who go to the Strange Culture shows, like during the original shows, know that I just let loose, especially when it comes to someone with a camera getting close to me and I have to play.
You guys are so good about going and seeing everyone. Like, I try to be good about it, but you guys are like really good about it. Like, even when we went to Disturbed, I mean, you were sending everybody videos of Ginger. Like, I mean, like you were like, you guys do that with everyone. Even when you guys go and you guys are playing with the Grimjacks or any of the.
I love those Grimjack boys.
We got to hang out with them in March.
Yeah, we've been trying to hang out with them.
We're picking a weekend.
It's like
non-band related, just hanging with the Grimjacks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's also like that's one of the reasons why we really try to make sure that we see everyone that we do a show with, because we never want to miss out on personalities or bands that like are that sort of personality. Like they're just fun to be around. They're goofy. They're not always serious. Sometimes when they have to be, they are. But they're just incredibly inviting. They're just like, they really love the music. And
they're really coming out of their shell. Like, I mean, I had them on when they first started, and now they're like doing their original stuff, and like they're just absolutely like shining on stage. It's really cool to see how far they've come too.
They're great entertainers.
They're an incredible group.
They're so like real on stage, and like we all respect that a lot. And they write great music, so how could you not stay to see that?
Oh yeah.
But like when we first played with them, like there was space between us and them playing on the lineup, and because we support every band we play with and watch every band, we got to meet them and we got along great right off the bat. Same thing with Device. They were awesome right off the bat too.
It was all, yeah, and also a lot of those bands that we played with are all from like either Sweeney's or Dobbs. I'm just now thinking about like, how many really, really nice, supportive, talented musicians that we've met just in like the short time span. I consider it short, but in the time span that we were called Strange Culture, getting to meet the guys from Grimjack's, Device, Milo Sky, and End It All. Sorry, about to die over here, but
knock it off.
Knock it off.
But
sound like an egg.
But it really is comforting to know that there are personalities out there. Will you calm down?
It's actually really interesting. When I joined my first band, it kind of opened my eyes to just how big the music scene out here is. Before I really got into any music, I always thought like a band that started in a garage, like it's far and few between. You'll never see them. Then I started playing out, and there's always another band. Like either you're opening or they're opening for you.
Yeah.
And it just really opens your eyes to the local music scene, just how big it is.
And you're coming in at a really good time because you guys are now wrapped up with 717 and Nick Myers and that whole group. And I mean, Central PA has some fire coming out of it. I mean,
Oh yeah.
so many big things coming up, and it's fun that you guys are getting to be part of all that.
It's exciting to think about. It's exciting to think about how far we can reach with Strange Culture and how far we can go and how wide we can, like how far we can go, like physically, like go on the road, like Millersville, Mechanicsburg, and even farther. You know what I mean? Like the possibilities when you think about it can be just endless.
Yeah.
I remember like when I first met you, like a little bit after that, like you guys used to be like, oh, we don't want to annoy people posting too much online.
Yeah.
And I remember Letty and I being like, oh no, post as much as you can. Like,
Yeah,
a lot of people.
And now look, you guys are like posting machines, like running all of your social medias on point. I mean, I can't even do that.
Yeah, we got yelled at by some people like, you guys need to post.
Yeah.
Everyone's waiting for your post and you guys aren't posting.
No, you're just running Facebook, right?
Yeah.
I know Noah's posting every day, which, I mean, if you've ever run a social media account, you know that's almost a full-time job.
Yeah, and if
Making
you're
posts.
on the group page, make sure you follow the new page because
Yeah,
I wanted you to
Yeah.
actually tell us a little bit more about that because, like, if people follow your Strange Culture page, do they want to go to the fan page or do they want to go to Strange Culture PA? Or all of them?
Originally, we made the Strange Culture profile, and then we made the group page so that we could use the profile to post in the group page as Strange Culture.
Okay.
So that already right there made 2 accounts. And then like people started following the group page pretty heavy, and like the profile page was just kind of there as a name to post on the group page. That makes sense. So actually it was like so complicated. And then now we made like a business page. You want to call it that?
Officially.
Yeah.
And
So you'd rather, do you want people more to go towards the business page or the fan page?
The group page is now kind of for like if anybody goes to a show and they want to post some content and stuff, like now they can post it there. And we'll post in there occasionally too. Like I'll start putting some show dates in there, I guess, too. But mostly it's going to be on the new one, which is Strange Culture PA.
Okay. And we do have all that going at the bottom of the page. So if anybody needs that, you can look there.
I mean, really, if there's a choice, just say both. Yeah. Check out both.
Noah's good with Facebook. I can't do Facebook. I don't know what it is, but like it doesn't click with me.
It's because he's in his 30s. It's for the older generation.
I'm 32, not 23.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm an Instagram guy.
I can't do either. I'll get too.
I can't even do Facebook, dude.
I'm
We
not
have
a
no
big
choice.
social media guy.
Yeah, you have to do it now.
And we are in an age where the internet and social media is a real reliable, viable marketing entity for bands and artists and so on and so forth. So let's utilize it the way that we can in the best way that we can. And that is not letting me control any of it.
Yeah.
See, that is a bad idea.
I post every year and a half.
Yeah.
So definitely not me.
What stinks is like we don't use our personal pages. Like,
I mean, I do.
ever. Like, well, me and Noah. Because he runs
yeah.
Facebook, I run Instagram. So I like never use my personal page.
How are you guys going to transition Nate into everything? Because you guys have all those photo shoot pictures. Are you guys going to do a new photo shoot and have Nate in it?
We thought about that.
I actually just hit up somebody today that usually takes like our band photos.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And we might do it Saturday, just so you guys know.
All right, on my calendar.
Saturday night or Friday night.
Yes, this is the first time we are hearing.
It'll be
this.
quick.
Do you guys have any ideas for what you want the vibe to be?
Metal.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, usually we just walk around till we find a spot that's like, that'd be cool to take a picture in front of that. The first band photo we ever tried to take, which was never posted, it was just me, Garrett, and Mason at the time, was in the Dairy Queen bathroom in front of the urinals.
Oh,
It was so metal.
We were like, what? Like 14.
How come I didn't know
like
about this? I wasn't
that.
told
We were
about
14.
this.
Why would we bring it up?
I don't
No,
know.
why-
Or band lore.
wait, I
You
gotta.
need to release that on your fan page. Your fans need to see this picture.
Well, we
How
have,
old
like,
are you guys in this photo?
That's only like a year ago.
Oh yeah, no,
Really?
that wasn't that long.
That's-
Get out of here.
That's what playing out all the time does to you. It makes you old.
It makes you old. This is the. I don't know if you can see it. That's the photo I'm bringing up
Can
there.
you bring your charger?
Yeah, they have a lot of good ones.
I was bigger.
Yeah,
than
we
that.
have
I was
pictures
much bigger
since
than that
me and
picture. Oh my
Noah
god.
met in 3rd grade.
Oh wow.
Me and Noah have like old pictures of us jamming.
Oh my gosh, on Thursdays,
like,
you guys should
If
just
we ever
post
get
them.
enough of a following, that'll be kind of cool to post to fans.
Post that. Yeah.
Pictures of me and Noah. Oh, we were so greasy.
You can't tell me he's not.
We
5
were
years
so
younger.
greasy and
Shut up.
disgusting.
I was thinking about doing that on Thursday, like a Throwback Thursday thing.
Yeah. And
But-
Noah's been playing drums since he was like an infant. And I've been playing
Oh,
guitar
wow.
since I was like 8. So like there's old pictures of us like playing.
So you guys have always been cool. Like you
Yeah.
guys were always cool, like just born to be rockers. I could just see you guys being all like emo back in the day, like
Oh, that was me. Noah was never like emo.
It's too cool for that.
Noah was like Pantera. Like
I was
kinda
a
that.
dance girly.
Yeah, I was kind of seen.
I don't even know how I would describe my high school experience to be completely
You gotta
honest.
put that. You
Oh,
gotta
I'm
put some
thinking middle
scene hair,
school.
man.
Oh, dude, I had horrible Justin Bieber hair.
You gotta bring it back.
Listen,
Nick, you showed me a picture of you from like
need to
back
do
in the
that.
day. Like
yeah.
you have a picture somewhere that like
Oh,
is
I
like a
found-
professional. I remember seeing it. It's like a
Yeah, I
professional
found-
looking picture.
Yeah, I was all
I can
into
find that picture.
Pierce
I
the
gotta
Veil
get my
and
hands on those.
Falling in
photos.
Reverse and old metalcore and stuff like that. And
You know, that actually does. I don't know why, but it reminds me of when I first found out about like when Garrett first invited me to be part of the band. Oh,
can
no.
they even see?
I don't
that?
think they can
No,
even
I don't
see it.
think they can
Oh
see phone
no!
screens.
Move.
That's
There
me.
it is. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Pizza photo.
That's me and Noah at my birthday party when I was like
That's
8.
so cute.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh my god! But like I said before, like that kind of reminds me of when I was first invited to be part of the band back in 2021. Because he had this video of him on Instagram where he's just got he's got a tank on and he's just got his white guitar and he's just shredding, right? He's
I
just
don't do that anymore.
I just see like his owl tattoo and he's just like nothing else to it besides just long hair, tank, guitar, and I'm like, wow, this dude cannot be more the opposite of me.
Well, I was in love with guitar, but I played sports all through school. Like I played football since I was 5, all the way through high
Yeah, well,
school
not
and
opposite,
everything,
but-
and middle school, and then wrestled and ran track. And then as soon as football ended, for our Thanksgiving Day game, after that, I was like, screw this sports stuff. I'm done lifting weights 24/7. I'm gonna get better at guitar.
Be a musician.
That's really cool. You have like both that background though. Like that's very impressive. It shows that you've been like when you decide to be dedicated to something, you do it all the way. And like it doesn't matter
Yeah.
what it is.
Except
Like, that's
school.
a good way.
I was horrible in school, but
Mhm.
but like my dad is why I got into football. It's why I got into guitar and music and stuff. And yeah,
Oh, your dad's like
But
the
my-
biggest Black
my-
Sabbath fan we know.
my dad's strange. He's a man of many hats and kind of inspires us. And Noah's known him forever, and he's always like,
He's like
Noah.
a second dad.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And he's into all kinds of weird stuff, and it kind of plays into me, I think.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
A shout out to both his parents, actually, Doug and Karen Salisbury. They let us practice 3
In
times
their
a week
basement.
in their basement.
They let us make a ton of noise.
Even when we
Tons.
sounded horrible. Still do sometimes.
The only time they cut us off was at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Then
They
they're
were like,
like,
yo, it's 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think my dad came down in his underwear.
Big shout out to them.
We ran out of prep time. This was for the show we just played.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
Drove 3 hours from New York, got into Pennsylvania, and got to the practice space at like 9. And we had to run we run our whole set before the show. So 9 o'clock, and then we had to play like a 3 or 4 hour long show, and with a new bass player.
Yeah.
it was hilarious.
So we played till like 2 a.m.
I literally, the whole time I'm thinking in my head, like, this is the last practice. I need like 4 hours with the band just to get it tight, you know? And then the day of, Noah texts me. He's like, yeah, we're going to get home at like 8:45. So be there then. And I'm like, oh my God, what are we going to do?
We live on a high level of stress.
I already have wrinkles.
Do you notice that they don't have anything up on the walls? Like they literally took down the pictures because last time the picture like flew and like
Oh yeah,
the
the picture was,
behind them.
that was
Yeah.
in a different location.
Fire back there.
No,
Yeah.
like what she's talking about is when we did a podcast with her before, we were in a different location. We were talking about Dobbs, and a picture on the wall just like starts swinging back and forth, and all of us just in unison, we're just like,
Yeah, it was Kurt Cobain. He was
it
giving
was
us a
Kurt
song.
Cobain. Oh my god.
My house is definitely loaded.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But so you guys have crushed so many of your goals in the last year. What are some of your goals for this year?
I want to do Sherman Theater.
Yeah,
Sherman Theater would be
definitely
cool.
just a
Sherman
bigger
Theater.
show in general.
I think we're capable too, with like the tickets we can sell. Get a couple heavy hitting bands,
Bigger show, bigger following. Focus on writing a lot more.
and
On
going on the road would be really nice.
Going on the road is like, an ultimate goal. What I really want to get done is I really want to get our full length album fully recorded and mixed and ready by the end of the year.
Almost done.
Underneath, I'm so excited. I'm so excited for that.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. Like no bands do that. No bands like anymore come out with just like an album right off the bat.
I
yeah.
actually saw a really cool thing when I went to see Sumo Psycho. When you get done your album, they were selling drives that had the songs on them, and you could buy the song, and like some of them had like different endings on it, and it was like a whole nother market. I was like, that's like really cool.
Yeah, we were before Mason left. He was like, I think we should do like an unplugged album. He's like, bands used to do that in the 90s, and like all of our favorite bands
Yeah,
did
they
that.
did. That was huge. Yeah.
Nobody does that anymore. And we're
Yeah,
like,
nobody does.
You guys just don't want drums.
That's part of it.
You just don't want drums.
What are you talking
You
about?
still have to scream though on the unplugged.
Yeah, now you got your mouse screen.
Everything will be screamed.
Everything.
Everything will be screamed.
If you can't drum, you're gonna scream.
That's great. Or I'll do
I'm
some.
still like thinking back to that time. I'm like sitting there. I know all the songs usually. I'm like chilling. And then all of a sudden, like, Noah, you just came out with that. And like Lenny and I were just like, what? This is happening.
Yeah,
I can't wait for her to hear Volcano Butcher.
yeah, Volcano Butcher.
Why would you
LFD.
say it? Oh my god.
Volcano Butcher's about Noah, because I think he looks like a volcano when he screams, because he always lifts his head
That's
up real high.
amazing.
Veins are popping out of his neck. and
It's
he's
a
all-
photogenic drummer.
Yeah,
thing.
and I think he looks like a butcher because he's always wearing a tank top on stage, and it almost looks like
An
one of those,
apron.
yeah, it looks like an apron.
Yeah.
You guys are dicks.
I
Everybody's
mean,
gonna be calling you the butcher.
Yeah,
the
and
butcher,
that's not
the
terrible. I've
the
been called
butchered
worse.
pelican, the butchered pelican.
and he loves horror movies. That's why.
Wait, no. Do they see it?
Terrifier's back here.
Terrifier head.
I see it. You see the next one's going to be a Christmas movie?
Oh, I'm so excited. I
He
have
won't
like
stop talking about
screenshots of the Terrifier in the Christmas suit already. The Santa
He
suit.
does. He sends them to us.
He's obsessed with the Terrifier, and I don't blame him. I love the Terrifier.
I've watched
movies.
all the Terrifiers.
I feel weird that he's behind me.
I
Do we
remember-
start flooding the Terrifier
Like,
page
middle.
with strange culture songs.
Mm-hmm.
Hit, nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Like put it on the soundtrack.
There's
We
art.
should have that. We should
Special-
have this in a music video,
Special
dude.
guest.
Yeah,
There you go.
it's funny.
You have the honor.
Pass the torch.
You have the honor. You want some of that shit, bro?
I love the Terrifiers in this. No,
All I gotta do is
That's
put a
just
little
one
hat
right
on me.
We were
You
just.
guys gotta, if you're a big horror fan, you guys gotta add some horror samples to the beginning of songs,
Yeah.
like
Oh,
pay homage
Yeah.
to, Mortician and Skinless, all
Yeah.
those bands,
That'd be
good
cool.
horror
That'd be really
samples.
cool.
We gotta do more props. Should be.
We
This
wanna
would
do-
be a great.
We want to do props.
We want to do props and
We
put them on
wanna-
stage.
we
Add a
wanna
little
do
bit of
objects.
theatrics, yeah.
We want to do what?
we want to do objects.
Objects, props,
Yeah,
different
ask,
things.
ask them what they think about the running idea.
So when we were at the studio in the hotel, we were thinking
Yeah.
about this crazy
Yeah,
like
yeah.
idea, just to get like heads to turn. We were thinking about bringing like random objects, like ridiculously large objects, like a full size refrigerator, and just put it on the stage and do nothing with it.
Oh no,
I
not do
think that would
nothing.
be- If you have the stamina,
Put drinks in it. There's a drink throughout the show.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got.
I think if you have the stamina to do it, then absolutely do it. If you are
Well,
like,
like-
I can carry a fridge after loading and unloading, then so be. Then that just
Dave's gonna be
Yeah.
carrying the fridge.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
We'll strap it to Nick's back and he'll just carry it
Yo,
around.
Dave would be so upset if I said, "Yo, now that you."
No,
carry
I'll
all
tell
the
you right
fun
now,
stuff,
I
You
have
gotta
seen
carry a
a
fridge.
lot of concerts, and I was actually blown away when I saw Lilac. Cam threw his keyboard, and the keyboard, like, it crashed to the ground. It was like totally theatrical, like
Mhm.
whatever. Do you know all of the fans collected the keys and gave them back to him? Like, he did it for the show.
How crazy is that?
We
But
haven't seen-
Afterwards, I was like, that was insane. He's like, yeah, I wasn't expecting that. I was going to get all the keys back. Like, they actually went around the floor and like collected the keys. But that stuff's fun. I think it's part of drawing people in.
Yeah.
Like I was saying earlier, like the difference between you guys and other bands, I'd bring it.
I want to put Nick in like a tanning bed. So if any of you guys know anyone that's looking to get rid of a tanning bed, I'd like to roll Nick out in a tanning bed. And just
There are a lot of different things they
spray
can do
paint
with
him
me.
orange. Limited budget. Just spray paint him orange, and we'll get the little tiny tanning glasses. And we'll all wear them.
Yo, you know what'd be so fun? I got Impractical Jokers, the game, a few years ago.
I love the show. I love
We
the
watch
show.
that in the hotel room.
We need to go around and play this game. And you guys, I know you guys would play. It's like
I would totally
crazy.
I
I
would
really want to
totally
go up to like the Q Mart or like somewhere that's just like all different kinds of people and just play this game. Like you have to convince people that they should like back you on petitions to like marry your first cousin and stuff. Like
Oh my god.
I feel like that would just be hysterical and then tape the whole thing.
That looks like one.
That'd be awesome.
That would be awesome.
I would totally play that.
Yeah, especially at the Q Mart. I am
What?
every time
Everybody push it off.
every
dude.
time we're there, we run into people that have seen us play dive bars, and they're like, "Yo!" And one time, one of the fans got a picture with a guy that he thought was Noah, and the dude looks identical to Noah, and he tagged us in it. He was like, look who I bumped into at the Q Mart today, and it had a link to our page, and it wasn't Noah. It was like a 35, 40-year-old dude. It was freaking.
It was just some random dude.
It was Noah.
It was some random dude. It was
That's
so
so
funny.
I'm shaving my beard tonight.
No,
Did you
the hell.
tell him it wasn't him, or did you just let him?
Yeah, did you just leave the tag or did you tell him it wasn't him?
Well, no, the dude tagged our band because he said.
Yeah, did you just leave the tag there or did you like say like, yeah, that's not me?
Oh, we left the tag.
I love that.
That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
I thought that was funny. I thought
That was funny. That was awesome. But we bump into everyone at the Q Mart because we're Quakertown based. So. And
Oh
Quakertown-
yeah, I mean, I was talking to Victor when I went to get because he does the background art,
Yeah.
SML pop art. I was talking about you guys when I was in there because he had like a picture. I think he had one of a tree or something that reminded me of you guys.
Want to make sure.
And I started going on. He's like, I know them. He's like, they have the really cool like tree design, right? He's like, oh yeah, I've talked to them. Like, I feel like everybody from Bucks County knows you guys.
Probably because my mom. My mom knows everyone. It's like crazy because she does like a lot of fundraising events and stuff like that, and people will just like show up. She's done a lot of community stuff, so everyone just knows my mom as like the little blonde that's like full of energy.
She is though. Like that's so awesome that you have that support.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's great.
The amount of support that we have from like family and friends is insane.
Yeah,
I mean, hell, Paul and Kim since the first show, and they've been to almost every single show ever since. I'm wrong, except for like one or two, right? What were the shows that Paul did not show up to because he was in?
he was in Canada because he's got family there.
He said he only missed one show.
Yeah, and then Kim missed one show. So then, yeah.
I thought it was just
They
Paul
argue
that missed
about
one
it.
show.
No, I think Kim missed one. I think she missed only one though. No, Paul might have missed two.
Yeah, I thought Paul missed two.
I'm gonna have to give Paul a call after this and ask him.
We just start screaming at each other.
Yeah.
You had a lot of people up at Signature. I mean, like I talked to numerous people that were just raving about you and that had followed you for a long period of time.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I mean,
I love that they all tell their stories too. Like they all have their story of how they like came to know Strange Culture, and it's cool. You guys have affected a lot of people.
Well, we started this band, and our first paying gig, we just like walked down the street to the nearest bar to our practice space, and it's been closed since then. But we asked them like, "Hey, we got like 4 hours of music. Can we play a night here?" And they're like, "Yeah, $100." And we're like, "Can you do a little more?" And they're like, $150. And we're like, "All right, sold." So we brought our whole PA system and played for 4 hours and packed the place. And they're like, "When can you come back? When can you come back?" Then our next show there,
build since then.
one of our fans got into a fight. There was like a fist fight there.
Oh yeah.
And yeah. And
It was our first show there. We caused a fight, and it was during
the second
Yeah.
show was the fist fight.
the second show was the fist fight. Right, my bad. This was our first time at this bar.
But our fans handled it.
Oh yeah, but the way that it happened, you think it would be planned because we were playing "Killing the Name" by Rage Against the Machine, and right on the downbeat of "F you, I won't do what you tell me," like drop, like it was perfectly timed, and they were just like fighting each other as I'm just going, "F you, I won't do what you tell me." It was almost like it was like 3, 2, 1, action, drop. It was.
They made their own music
And
video.
then
Yeah.
and then the bartender like jumped across the bar to like stop it. And then our fans were on it.
Yeah.
And like a bunch of people were like pouring beers on top of them while they were like wrestling on the ground.
I didn't know what to do. I had like people
I
over
didn't know
here.
either.
Yeah.
So me and Noah started like just doing like breakdowns.
Yeah.
Like,
And then they're like, "Stop."
You're great. Like I had one group of people over on this side of me going, "Yo, tell them to stop," and then another group of people on this side going, "No, don't tell them to stop. No, tell them to stop."
You just whip out that really weird random song, like start singing like One Moment in Time, or like just something totally out of the like ordinary, so that they all just like stop and look over.
I mean, if this one even counts, we metalized "Don't You" by Simple Minds in our cover list. So
if you ever want to,
yes, yes, that's awesome.
All y'all who've seen The Breakfast Club,
we want to do
actually,
that.
My friend that was on last week, Danny, he's actually played with Derek Forbes.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. I actually know a lot of people that have been around that band, and you should send it to them.
I don't know if they'd answer, but
can you imagine that cover on the album?
Yeah.
Can you imagine that? From what I understand, they're really cool musicians, and I would send it over because, I mean, with all of the different bands, you're doing something different with their song. They've heard it. They've heard the original a million times. Like,
yeah,
that's true.
I mean, he could put it out on one of his social media, and it could get you a whole new following.
With the pause of the last.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, I really like also how it's.
We just noticed it. Sorry, keep going.
You gonna interrupt me again?
No,
But no, I mean, the way that we do it is a lot more, there's a lot more energy to it. And of course, it's not like we just took the same song and copied and pasted it entirely. I mean, like the beginning is different. We have like a really suspenseful pause out of nowhere. And I don't know. I feel like, we should do something with it. Don't entirely know what, but
I don't know. It's kind of one of those things that it's nice for people to come out to our cover shows too, because they get like to see us do something totally different than what we produce with Strange Culture. At least like Remain Gone and Looking Glass and the new releases.
I get it. I mean, I heard Disturbed that first time, and like I was a forever fan.
Yeah.
So I mean, I understand you guys are great with your covers, but your originals are just, they're fire. Like you guys are just doing your thing.
Thank you.
It's actually really interesting, Nick, that you bring up the whole pause thing. You asked earlier what we think sets us apart from the other metal bands.
That was a while ago, dude.
For me, no, I know, but
it's fine. It's sticking in now.
For me,
I just like making fun of him.
I think it's on like a micro level. This band, speaking from me to you guys, we have 3 very talented musicians. And I think the one of the best things we can do is the transition from a really heavy sound to a very soft, clean melody, which musically is kind of hard to do. It's hard to like transfer that energy in a clean way. And I think so far from what we have, it's incredible to me. And I think that's what sets us apart.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
I can't disagree with that because you're new to the band and you've seen us in ways that we don't really know. Yeah, we just do what we do. So it's like
it's almost like I have a third person perspective.
Yeah,
at least for the
which is cool.
First couple of months here.
Mm-hmm.
It's
I always ask Nate, I'm like, why do you even want to be in our band? Because like every band is always looking for a bass player and always looking for like, let alone like Nate's fantastic. He's a great.
If I was a bass player, I'd want to play for your band. You guys are a lot of fun.
Yeah, but we're so like scheduled and everything. We're very busy, and it's a lot to take up because a lot of people just want to like play music for fun. But like with Nate,
well, this is fun to me.
Yeah,
but it's crazy that we were like, yo, you got to learn 45 songs, and then you got to come 3 times a week. Like,
It's
and
different
you
than
just
his
did
past band.
Yeah,
Like,
you
it's
just-
you know,
very
I
different.
did it.
My last band, we were lucky to practice one time a week, and I'll be honest, I really like the format we got going here. You know, we practice 3 times a week, like we said, and it just so happened that it fit into my schedule, like literally perfectly. I get out of school at 4:30, and then I go straight to band practice, like an hour drive. So, you know, I get there between 5:30 to 6 o'clock, and that's when we start. So, it just kind of worked out. It was awesome.
Well, even though I could literally sit here all night talking to you guys, we're almost at an hour and a half in. So I'm going to have you go over your next couple shows one more time. So you have Phantom Power coming up, and that's February 18th. You've got the Ozfest tribute, and that is April 27th.
Mm-hmm.
And we have PC Pub on April 13th in
At
Pennsburg.
PC Pub. That's so long. That's so far away.
And that's it for now.
Aren't we looking?
We
looking for stuff in
gotta
March?
finish writing the album, you know. So we got some time available to us to do that. So.
March is kind of open right now.
Yeah, March is open for writing. We really do. Yeah, we're really trying
Hear
to.
that, bookers? Everybody that it needs somebody for that show that's going to bring in a crowd of people and is going to really hype it up. Strange Cultures looking. They're booking for March. Look, reach out.
Yeah, booking.
I could see you guys also doing some stuff with Elephant Talk. I would look into them.
Okay.
They're over towards like New Jersey. But yeah, they do some fun stuff. Black Rose Rebellion. They also are around for that area, and like New York, New Jersey, and they're also got a big mix of music going on too. So, and even like the Landis and those places, I mean, they're all looking for bands to mix in with other people. So definitely.
Yeah. And
shout it out there.
We can get
along in March.
Yeah, we try our best to also, like get along with almost everyone that we
in all genres.
In all genres, yeah.
Yeah, you can fit in anywhere.
Speaking of which, I don't know if I have time to make this just like one last point. I'll make it really, really short. But it's when I met Will Martin from Earshot, there's one thing I learned, and that even like those bands who were on the radio before and have been on the road before, they're just people who love what they do. You know, they don't got to keep a certain stature. They don't got to keep a certain reputation. They just
that's where the best music comes from.
Yeah, it's just people who love doing what they do, and that's all there is to it. And I
really hope that you guys stick with that. Like when we talked to Ryan McCombs before, like he has that kind of relationship with the guys from Drowning Pool. Yeah. And like I see that kind of, you guys have that friendship too, where you guys have fun, you guys like do your pranks, you guys just know each other well enough that it's so cohesive. Like you guys can give each other a look and kind of know what the other one's thinking. And that's what it takes nowadays in order to make it. Because I mean, like you got to be able to know what the audience wants, be able to switch things up on the drop of a dime. I mean, even with Dylan, I mean, there's times that Dylan can't be there, and you guys don't miss a beat. Whether the sound's off, whether like the environment. I mean, you guys just power through it. And that's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, we're kind of forced to. At this point as a band, like we aren't in absolute control of everything. We don't have absolute control of the venues we play. We'll play anywhere, you know. But we're just at that point. And you can't disappoint.
Well, it's really cool to see, even in the last like year and a half, what you guys have done.
Thank you.
I mean, you really should be proud of yourselves because it's really awesome.
Notice that.
You're the last, actually.
Sorry, I'm just now looking at the private chat. I didn't see that till now.
But I am going to wrap it up a little bit. But I just want to throw it out there. Everybody, please go online and vote for me because I am in the running for
the ink
magazine.
Yes, she is.
Usually I don't post such revealing pictures on my Facebook page, but I had to do it up because I made it in the running, and I'm trying to prove that you don't have to buy the votes in order to win. So I need everybody to go on for their daily vote and vote away. I keep going between second and third.
I seen it was on second today.
It keeps going back and forth.
I voted on both Strange Culture accounts and my personal.
Thank you.
We can make it happen.
Yeah.
We are going to make it happen for your birthday, Allie.
Today was on
that
second.
would be so awesome. Like, just like even to do the shoot. It's in the Bahamas. Private jet. I will take it. That would be an awesome
How many more days of voting are there?
There's 10 more for this like it's broken up into groups. It's 10 more days for the group that I'm in now, and then I'll advance to the next group.
All right,
but
sweet.
It's anybody's game. But I know that a lot of people do buy the votes, so I'm keeping that in mind. But honestly, I didn't even think that I would be in the running just because there's so many people with so many tattoos. I was like, I don't know. I'll pick pictures that like show more of them. But it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, we'll be voting.
Yes,
We'll be supporting you.
Oh, thank you so much. And also, I want everybody to go on Spotify, check out Looking Glass, and everybody can be excited because, like they said earlier, Looking Glass has a lyric video coming up. So we will definitely be reposting that once you guys put it out. And thank you so much for taking the time tonight to come on the show.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. It's always a blast to have Strange Culture on. And like I said, go on to their Spotify, go check out all their accounts. Also, go on and like their Strange Culture page, their fan page, like all their pages. They're worth it. Trust me. This band will only be doing crazier things. Every time I talk to them, they basically have like a whole new path that they're going. So definitely keep an eye out for them. Jesse, love you so much.
Love you too. Thanks for joining us, everybody, again. Vote for Allie, and a very, very happy birthday to you. We love having you. Like, you are the backbone to the show, an integral part of the show, and just a wonderful person. So happy birthday, Allie, from everybody at A Pretty Little Podcast.
Oh, thank you. And tune in next week because we have definitely maybe coming on.
Okay.
Awesome. I'm pretty excited for that. Awesome. Bye, everyone.
Bye.